This MP3 is a very powerful technique for sleep, stress, worry, anxiety and fear. It's called a pattern interrupt and it's very easy to do. Worrying is a way of thinking, and in this MP3 I will teach you a better way of thinking. When you listen to this MP3 a few times, it will become very natural for you to override that old pattern. Now, in order to have something, or some feeling, or a certain result, or a change in your life, you must first learn to let go of wanting. Wanting will not bring you the results that you desire, because you cannot want and have at the same time. It's simple. Now you might be thinking, well, if I stop wanting, how will I get what I want? And there are 9 definitions of the word want in the English dictionary. And one of them is a state of needing something that is absent or unavailable. And think about it. You can't stand and sit at the same time, right? You have to let go of wanting to sit and just sit. Now here are 2 of the most common examples of where people are stuck in a circle of wanting and not actually having. Wanting safety. When you're in a state of wanting safety, it's an unsafe feeling. It means you're not safe. And money. Wanting money. Wanting money is a state of not having, a state of poverty. Your subconscious mind is a literal thinking machine. It will literally keep you there. When you want something, you're putting it out of your reach, ahead of you. And most people spend their whole lives wanting. Are you willing to do something different in order to get different results? Are you ready to let go of want in order to have? Are you ready to discover how? Now, in a moment, I'm going to ask some questions. Now, I want you to notice if any of the questions stir up any feelings inside of you, especially any resistance. And instead of pushing them down or saying no to them, I want you to say yes to them. Invite them up and just let them go. I know this may be different to what we were taught, and most people were taught to hide them, suppress them, or express them, but never discovered how to just let them go. Remember, all feelings want to live. All you have to do is invite them up and let them go. It's quite simple. It's your feeling. Notice it, invite it up, and allow it to live. If you have a feeling for more than 30 seconds, that means you're feeding that feeling with thought. And that's like throwing logs on a fire. Now, there are 3 overall steps to this technique. This is step 1. Now, could you simply just welcome what is happening right now? Could you just simply welcome it? Whatever is happening right now. Whatever you're feeling. Whatever thoughts. Whatever is happening outside of you. And whatever is happening inside of you. Whatever is happening, could you just welcome it up right now? Without any thought of trying to change it or trying to figure it out. Welcome any thought, any feeling, or any thoughts of this is who you are. And just imagine making yourself transparent and just welcome it up. And this is step 2. Could you just let it go? Could you just let it go? Could you just set it free? And would you let it go? Or would you rather hold on to it? Or would you rather just set it free? And when? When would you let it go? When will you set it free? And the last part is an invitation to set it free right now. And you can't really set it free tomorrow. It doesn't really work that way. You've got to do it in the moment, right now. Imagine it leaving right now. Okay, now let's help quieten your mind down. Because we generally keep asking our mind questions, and it doesn't have the answers. Yet, you keep asking the same questions, trying to figure things out, trying to get the answers, trying to know what happens, trying to know what to do. And can you see how pointless that is? Now, are you ready to do something different in order to get different results? Okay, all you have to do from this point on is repeat these words after me and say yes to each one of them. Now imagine you're asking a part of your mind that wants to be free from these feelings and these thoughts. So do something different and notice how good it feels to just let go. So I want you to repeat these words after me and just say yes after each one. Could I let go of wanting to figure things out? Yes. And could I let go of wanting to know what to do? Yes. Could I let go of wanting to know the answers? Yes. Could I let go of wanting to know anything for this moment right now? Yes. Could I let go of wanting to think? Yes. Now, the most powerful thing you can ever do to empower yourself and feel good is to let go of all disapproval. And when you have 100% approval for yourself, you won't ever have to seek approval from others. And when you just give everybody else approval, no matter what they did or who they are, what it does is it sets you free. Now, have you been disapproving yourself? Or have you been disapproving of other people or other things that's outside of you? And how does that help? It doesn't. In most cases, when we worry or feel stressed or angry or guilty or insecure, in one way or another, we are looking for approval from other people, or we're disapproving of someone else or something else. And in most cases, we're looking for approval from people who don't even approve of themselves. And how does that help you? It doesn't. Now, it's a decision that you have to make. I'm going to love myself and be positive, or I'm going to beat myself up and be negative. Which one do you choose? I'm assuming you're going to be positive and love yourself. In a moment, all you have to do is repeat some words after me and say yes to each one. And imagine you're getting it from the part of your mind that is ready to let go of that old negative pattern and become free. And you don't even need to know if you're doing it right. you've done this many times before in the past. If you've ever disapproved of someone, or disapproved of yourself, or anything else in any way, it's the same thing. This is a new way of thinking for you, interrupting that old negative pattern until it becomes something that you do automatically. And all you have to do from this point is repeat these words after me and say yes to each one. Now, can I let go of disapproving myself right now? Yes. Could I give myself approval for no reason? Yes. Now, when we are feeling down or insecure, can you see in one way or another that you're looking for approval or disapproving of yourself or someone else? Now think of one thing, or something, or someone that you've been disapproving, and ask your mind if it knows how to resolve it. And your mind doesn't know, because if you did know, if your mind did know, you wouldn't have the problem. It wouldn't be bothering you, you would have resolved it already. Now your mind is probably telling you to disapprove because it has been pre-programmed to do so. Now since it's your mind and that old program hasn't helped you, are you ready to change that past program? Now, when we have these negative feelings, we normally say no to them. We normally push them down, ignore them, feed them with some more negative thinking. These feelings want to live. Just do something different. Invite them up and let them live. Now, are you ready? Think of someone or something that you've been disapproving of. One thing. If you have many things, do one at a time. Let's do one first. Now check to see if it stirs up any feelings inside of you, especially any resistance. Notice where that feeling is. And if so, could you just simply say yes to that feeling? Could you simply welcome up that feeling inside of you? And again, imagine yourself being transparent. It's your feeling. It wants to live. And as best you can. Could you just let that go? Yes. And would you let it go? Yes. And when? When could you let it go? Now. And imagine it now. Imagine it leaving as a colour or a shape, whatever way your mind works, whatever way you imagine that feeling leaving, or that thought, or those thoughts. Imagine them just leaving. And since you can't change how other people view their reality, and you can change how you view your reality, could you just grant that person or thing approval for no reason? And allow them to be separate from you in every way. And grant them their own beingness, no matter what they did or who they are. So you can be free from that feeling. Could you accept them the way they are, no matter what? And when? When could you do that? And just imagine doing that now and letting it leave, inviting it up, welcoming it up, and just allowing it to leave. And keep doing this. When you feel any feeling or you have any negative thought, notice and look down where that feeling is, or imagine where those thoughts are. Instead of saying no to them, just say yes to them. Invite them up and let them leave. It's easy. Do this all day, all the time. You don't have to remember to do it exactly the same way. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes, the better you get at it. So any feeling you get, look around and notice if there's any danger, if there's any real genuine danger. And if there's nobody there with a gun or a knife or you're being attacked, then that feeling is not real. Even if it's an old feeling from the past or a worry about a bill, there's no real danger there right now. Notice it, say yes to it, welcome it up, and just allow it to leave. And as you keep doing this, notice how free you become. And normally when we're going to meet people or going to places that we disapprove of, or people that we disapprove of, or that we think they disapprove of us, in order to get that uncomfortable feeling, we first have to do certain things. First, what we have to do is talk to ourselves in a negative way. And then we have to imagine that event, that outcome being negative. And when you do it that way, you will always be right. Because when you have a belief is set up to filter out everything else that conflicts with that belief. Which means you always get to be right. Okay, now do this instead and watch what happens when you get to this place or you see these people again. Think of a person or a place or something where you would normally feel uncomfortable. Now, just pay attention and notice what feeling comes up or what thoughts, and could you just say yes to them? Now, I want you to repeat these words after me, and again, say yes to each one. Imagine you're getting it from that part of your mind that just wants you to be free from this. Could I let go of all disapproval for myself? Yes. And could I give myself love and approval for no reason at all? Yes. Now, think of the people or the place where you'd normally feel uncomfortable. And repeat these words after me. Could I just let go of all disapproval of all people and things? Yes. And when? When could you let it go? And could I give them, all of them, love and approval for no reason at all? And when could you do it? And could I send love and approval to everybody right now? Yes. Now just imagine whatever way in your mind you could send that love and approval to those people or that place where you normally feel uncomfortable. And imagine just allowing them to be. Giving them permission to be everything that they are, even if they're awkward people. Just allow them to be. Remember, you can't change the way they view their reality. You can't change how you view yours. Let it go and allow yourself to become free. Imagine these people or things separating from you in every single way. Imagine the disconnection, that separation, almost like a switching in your mind. A moment of clarity. Allow it to be, and watch how free you become. And remember, practice makes perfect. It's advisable to listen to this particular MP3 a few times in order to understand why this technique works. And if you're listening to this MP3 while you're going to sleep, just allow yourself to drift off into a deep natural sleep. All the time just letting go of disapproval and letting go of wanting to figure things out. Letting go of wanting to think and wanting to know what to do. And just allow yourself to be right here, right now.